Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here, and welcome to a Millwall analysis video. Now, this Millwall analysis video is Plymouth versus Millwall. Now, if it was goals you're after, this game was definitely the game you should have been watching. Now, of course, this was in the Johnson's Paint Trophy, and Millwall have progressed. So their next opponent will be against Southend away from home. Now we've got that out of the way, let's start talking about the goals and some of the chances that happened in this game. There was a lot of goals, let me add. Now the first goal started from, well, Sean Williams crossing the ball in from the edge of the box. Now this landed perfectly onto Lee Gregory's head, as it was a great flicked header that beat the goalkeeper, and that was the first goal for Millwall and for Lee Gregory in today's game. Plymouth, however, did score next to equal up the tie. The ball was crossed in from the left side of the pitch and it found its way to Plymouth's lethal striker, Jervis. He managed to twist past both of our defenders in Webster and Beavers and managed to, when he was slipping, convert it to make it 1-1. It was a very well worked goal, in my opinion. I thought that it was a pretty decent chance and we maybe could have defended a bit better, but we didn't, so I can't really say anything there. Now the next goal in the game was from a corner. Williams crossed the ball into the area and the header came from Mark Beavers. Now, originally, the ball was expected just to go in from Mark Beavers, but if you look at it again, it did come off of Lee Gregory, and the goal was actually given to Beavers originally. But Harris and Lee Gregory both said that the goal was basically Gregory's, and so it has now been confirmed that the goal was Gregory's, and on most of the websites that actually said it was Beavers have changed it to Lee Gregory. So that was his second goal, and we were winning 2-1 thanks to, well, both of Gregory's goals. Now the next chance happened just before half time, and it came in from Plymouth's Jervis. Now he swung the ball in and McHugh's header was saved from Archer. It was a fantastic save, may I add. I wish I could say it was a Neuer-esque save, but unfortunately we're not quite at that level as much as I would love Millwall to be. Now into the second half. Now in the second half, there was great teamwork from Gregory and Morrison to create the next goal, as Gregory got the ball and he dribbled it up the pitch, then played it to Steve Morrison, who passed it straight back to Gregory as soon as Gregory was in space. Now, as soon as Gregory got that ball, he was through on goal and he ran straight across to try and score. Unfortunately, his shot was tame and it hit the goalkeeper, but thanks to McCormick, the goalkeeper's mistake, it bounced straight back to Lee Gregory, who put it in the back of the net to make it 3-1 and to complete his hat-trick. He was playing very, very well in today's game. Now, Plymouth got the next goal in the game, and well, I cannot say I was disappointed whatsoever with the goal. The fact that we conceded a second goal might disappoint me a little bit, but in the fashion that that goal went in the back of the net, I cannot be disappointed. It was a brilliant, brilliant goal. Carey dribbled into space, and from about 30-35 yards, he let fly, and the dip and the curve on the ball made that go into the back of the net, and it was fantastic. I've got to say, I haven't seen very many goals like that, and that could be contender for the Johnson's Paint Trophy goal of the tournament, because it was that good. However, Millwall were not disheartened, and Williams hoofed the ball up the pitch to Lee Gregory, who, well, he controlled it very well with his shoulder. Very, very well. A bit like what I just did. And that got past the first defender. He then chipped it over the defender's head for the second. And he was always going to be second best to it. But he still managed to move on with the ball. And he got into the area. And the defenders dragged him down to give him a penalty. Now, of course, who better to take the penalty than the man himself, Lee Gregory. And, of course, he took the penalty and converted it to add to his collection of goals he's already got in the game. It was now 4-2. The damage still wasn't quite done. Let me just say that. Gregory dribbled into the box. He then held the ball up very well and then laid it off to Aiden O'Brien, who turned the ball past McCormick, the goalkeeper. It was then 5-2 and the League One's Player of October, showing he still has the class and the ability to move on and still score goals in the upcoming months. Now the final goal in this game was for Plymouth, and it was from Jervis. He got the ball and he dribbled through into an open space, and then he converted the ball into the left corner. It was a very good goal for Jervis. And I've got to say, he was definitely one of Plymouth's most important players. So, on to the fact of important players. Who were the best players for both sides? Well, for Millwall, it's got to be Gregory. Of course, scored the 4 goals that in turn won us that game and made sure that we progressed into the next round. And for Plymouth, as I just said, I would expect it to be Jake Jervis. Of course, he got 2 goals that, well, made it harder for Millwall to win the game. Now, Millwall's next game is against Colchester at the Den. So I hope you guys will go to that game and watch that game. And hopefully we can get 3 points there. We've been doing very well lately. So, of course, I will be covering that game. Stay tuned for that game. And, of course, like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.